It is weird how people still feel that magic is for children. It's not actually. It's always been more of an adult art form. During the times of Houdini, Thurston, and Keller, this was exclusively meant for adults because the things that they would do on stage, children were not supposed to see it. So 1960s, there was a TV show on magic that was targeted towards children, and it got really popular. So there's an entire generation who grew up thinking that magic is for kids, and then they passed that on to their children, and then everybody started thinking magic is for children. Magic essentially is supposed to entice the childlike wonder in adults. That's the idea of what I do. You're supposed to react the way you reacted to what I do. So I wanted to bridge this gap. Children, adult, who's my magic for? So I got a toy. This is a toy that every adult and child plays with, even today. And I believe some of you might have seen this. Before I show you the toy actually, this box is going to be important in some time. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here. Hemang, keep your eyes on that. You're wearing black, the box is black, you're like bros. Eyes on that, Hemang. Okay, do not let this box go out of your sight. Lovely. The toy that I'm talking about, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is this. How many of you know what this is? Fantastic. How many of you have played with this as children or still play with it? Yes. How many of you can solve it? Nobody. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So this is what a solved Rubik's Cube looks like. It's even colored on every side. It's perfect order, right? And if I had to mix it up, you'd move the layers around one by one. Madam, what is your name? Monica, take this cube. We're going to have a bunch of people mix this cube up. So Monica, you're going to mix it. Don't break my cube. No, these things have happened in shows before. Do not break it. And once you're happy with a couple of moves, pass it on to other people and let everybody mix the cube, right? As many people as we can, and just pass it to anybody you like. So once you get a cube, mix it, give it to somebody else, and keep doing that. While you're doing that, I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about Rubik's Cubes, because that's why you came out tonight. Rubik's Cubes were created by a Hungarian architect. He created this in his garage. And he did not know how to solve it. The inventor himself. Yeah, this is true. So if you don't know how to solve it, don't feel bad. By the way, when you're mixing it, don't be that audience. Don't give it back to me solved. That is shitty. Don't do that. It happened in a show. No, we need a mixed up cube, right? Seriously. Don't be. I could see it in your eyes, man. I could see. Iski gaane marte aaj saade ki. So don't be that guy. Mix it up a couple of times. Give it to somebody else. All right? Otherwise, we'll be here for 3 days. Lovely. Hemang, eyes on the box. Yeah. Forget the show. Okay, you got your money's worth. 2 guys came up, they were great, all right? Eyes on the box, lovely. So how many of you know how many possible combinations there are to mix up a cube? Solving is one combination, every layer has to match. Mixing, just shout out a big number for me. 500? 500? No, that's actually very less. It's not big enough.
3,000.
Yeah, that is big, but still not big enough. A line heard in bedrooms in certain... Okay, sorry. The number of possible ways... 2 people got it. The number of possible ways to mix up a Rubik's Cube is 43 quintillion. Yeah, now your next job is to Google what is quintillion. And when you do that, you'll find out that 43 quintillion is 43 followed by 18 zeros. That's how many ways you can mix that thing up. It's a children's toy. And yet, scientists believe that if you had to make one move on a Rubik's Cube every second since the beginning of time, even today, you would not have finished all 43 quintillion possible combinations. Basically, what you guys are doing right now by mixing it up, you are creating one unique combination that possibly has never existed. And somebody dropped my cube. The timing was impeccable, dude. That is the end of the... That is where the script ends. Boom. Madam, did you break the cube?
She did.
But did you actually break it?
No.
No? Alright, so mix it up. Can you just send the cube back? Just send the cube. Just no, pass it on. Pass it back on. Yeah, and give it to Monica again. And you guys can just help her out a little bit. Where is... ma'am, pass. Just stop playing with it. Stop playing. It's my cube. Can you pass it, madam? Madam, look behind once in a while and you'll find yourself looking at a cube. This is amazing. So 43 quintillion combinations. We have one right now created by... How many of you mixed it up? Just raise your hand. I want to take a count. How many of you mixed it up? Just raise your hand. I want to take a count. That's a lot of people. I'm not counting. Now the point is the current world record of solving a Rubik's Cube is 4.59 seconds. The people who can do that are called speed cubers, right? I can't do that. No, I really can't do that. So I am going to try and do this in 20 seconds. So you're going to give me a countdown. And I'm going to do it inside the paper bag so I can't see how I'm moving the layers around. So When I say now, start counting backwards from 20 to 1. Okay?
20.
Start now. And keep going. And don't stop until I tell you. You might have to go through 30 seconds. Should have practiced this one. Keep going. Keep going. Stop! Oh, we missed one layer. Let me just fix that quickly. There you go. We have a solved Rubik's Cube, guys. And nobody, seriously. I pull off a miracle and nobody bats an eye.
What's the back?
Any questions?
Show us the other Rubik's Cube.
Any other questions? You're right, madam. The only way to do it is switch the cubes. Your cube is still in the bag, but that fooled you kind of, okay? Sheesh, man. But technically, if you think about it, Rubik's Cube, like I said, are children's toys. I told you about the 43 quintillion combinations. I don't look at Rubik's Cube as children's toys. These for me are literal representations of life. Because if you look at this mess that I think 11 of you created, this is our life. You want this life, it's all perfect, right? This is what we are trying to attain all the time. This is what our lives are. This is our Instagram story. Yeah. That is the family function you post about on the internet. This is the family function you survive. शादी कब कर रहा है? बच्चा कब कर रहा है? कितना percent है? Survive. But if we literally had to embrace the mess that life is, I think we can create some amazing miracles. And I believe you people have made this mess and created a miracle of your own. You remember the box Hemang has been keeping his eyes on? Yeah, Hemang? Inside that box is another Rubik's Cube. The only difference is that this one is a cube that I mixed before I came here. One Rubik's Cube. And if we had to find... You actually mixed up the cube in a way where it matched perfectly on one side, guys.
Oh my God.
I know, it's crazy. One side matches. It'd be a miracle if the second side matched. It does. And the third side matches. And the fourth side matches. The top matches and the bottom matches. We have a perfectly matching cube on all 6 sides. Give yourselves a round of applause.